Hey, it's been so long.
Wait the dust off these joints.
Hey, here we go, man.
Yes, sir.
Here we back.
Yes, sir.
Clap it up, clap it up.
Hey.
Stop. Hey, so, we're going to start off by thanking God first.
Always.
We thank him for this opportunity. It's been a couple months. We love you, God, and we're thankful. For everything that you've done, going to do, and will do. Even though that's the same thing.
That's right. Getting buckets.
Yeah.
You up there getting buckets for us on earth as it is in heaven. Getting us them buckets. I love it. Appreciate you.
Hey, so for those who don't know, my name is Coach Will. I'm the men's varsity head assistant basketball coach here.
Coach Jay Holly. We're bringing it back. Prep is still in the building.
Oh, we here.
Prep is in the building.
Hey, so look, we like to dish that QOTW out.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say each week because we haven't been at it for a couple weeks.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take that and turn it into each month.
Bricks. We was bricking a little.
So I sat at home last night and I thought about it and I came up with why do some of us make decisions and then turn around and we aren't willing to take what comes from those decisions that we made? So I'm gonna say it again because it was a lot. So I was sitting there thinking, and I said, the QOTW for this week or for this month is going to be, why do some of us make decisions and then we turn around and we not willing to take what comes from those decisions we made? Like, why do we not want to reap what we sow?
Yeah.
Or sowed?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We're glad to be back. Thank you all for listening, for staying with us. Thank you for those who was asking, like, hey, man, when the next podcast, man? When y'all going to bring it out? I had definitely got a couple of those. So, man, we appreciate you. This is for you. We here. We back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. The question is so good because in our study time, and we want to use this disclaimer, we do study. Like, we do have to study. It don't matter, study something. Y'all need to get better. Always trying to improve.
No waste of time, huh?
Nah, no waste of time. No waste of time. And that's the thing we on. Like, that's it. No waste of time. And so, to say all that, we're saying to answer the question, like, it's so important to understand that when we make decisions sometimes, we make them hastily. Like, quickly. Like, sometimes we make decisions very quickly. And it was funny because Coach Will made a statement of he thought before coming up with the question, and when actually after he thought for a while, then he made a decision on the question. For some of you, I know you've been taught your whole life, like, think before you speak.
Yeah.
Or think before you make a decision. But I might hit you with something that might mess up your whole life right here. I mean, I'm really trying to tell you, this might mess up your whole life. Like, I've been studying this. Stop thinking. You think too much. Like, your problem is you think too much. And what happens is, like, the reason why people don't like it is because they think too much. So then they try to figure out all the ways they could either be successful or fail. So then when things don't work out the way they want them to based on what they thought, Coach, then they're not willing to accept it. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time because this is something different. You ain't never heard this before. This is fresh. And I'm telling you why I know because I studied. The problem is you're thinking too much. Don't think. Like, you're wasting time thinking and trying to come up with the most logical explanation of why. And so you can't accept what just happened.
I'll be all sophisticated.
You're trying to well, X plus Y is Z and then this variable and carry this and listen. The bottom line is, like, sometimes you just got to do it. And then even when you get dealt a certain hand, you still just got to get up and fight and do it. Like, deal with it. Like, figure it out. Like, you still have to figure out what's your next step. And sometimes the problem is the reason why people who are great, are able to do, the greatest things is because they lock in and they just don't even think about it. They just go.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just go. How do I know? Because, I talk about study. This is a disclaimer. Like, some of y'all not gonna feel this. Some of y'all it's not for everybody right here. To answer the question, there was a man that once walked on water. There was a man that once walked on water. Then what happened in the story was he walked on water. Then there was another man that walked on water. The story says another man walked on water then, right? But check this out. If you really read the story, it was more than one man that had an opportunity to walk on water. But the other man walked on water, and he walked on water because he didn't think. I'm trying to answer the question for everybody who not getting this. Like, it's for somebody. Whoever's listening, it might be for you. So you're listening to this. My man did the impossible because he didn't think. He just did.
Yeah.
He just did. And he accepted the consequences of what he did because he didn't think about it. He just went to do something great, something impossible, something that he didn't know he was going to be able to do. But because we as humans like to think about stuff and we like to try to compute it and figure it out and break it down, and if this is this and this is that, then I'm going to do this. Yo, sometimes you just gotta realize like it's not about you thinking, like you're really thinking too hard about it, like you're making it too deep. Like, just get it done.
And we talked about that already, man. About not making
Stuff too
situations
deep.
and things so deep.
You making it deeper than what it is. That's why people can't accept that.
Yeah.
They can't accept it. Cause the other thing is, you know, the other piece of that, like, you'll make a decision, then you'll be stuck in the consequence. And then you'll look around and you'll say, well, how did I get here? And the question is, actually, why did you make the decision? Not how did you get there? Then when you figure out, well, I don't even know why I made the decision. But you made it. Like, you ever heard somebody tell you, I don't even know why I did that. But you did it. You know what that tells me? That tells me that when you was thinking about doing it, you had so many other people influencing you that it wasn't even you that made the decision. That's why you can't deal with the consequences. Because you don't even realize that you ain't even have much part in it. You, like, let everybody else make the decision for you.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
Letting people run your lives.
That's the sad part. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I'm trying to answer the question.
Yeah, man. Hey, so that was the QOTW.
Gosh, that's
the
the end of the quarter?
Yeah.
Sub me out. I took too long.
We done. That's the end of the first. Hey, so you know, after the first, we're in that second now.
Second quarter.
We like to dish out that fundamental. Well, we used to like to dish out that fundamental. We're in the season right now, so you know we changing things up. So anyway, what we're gonna talk about this week is staying woke. All right. So we talk about staying woke.
Staying woke.
So once, like Coach Ali already mentioned, we like to do our research, and if you look it up, it says, now this is on the Urban Dictionary, so that's you know, but you could also look up like the definitions of each word separate. All right. So on the Urban Dictionary, and it's pretty funny. It says to stay woke is to keep informed of the poop storm that is going on around you.
Yeah, that's disclaimer. Poop storm.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah, that is going on around you. All right. Specifically, it says specifically on occasions when the media is being heavily filtered. All right. So we can classify that media into social media because there's a lot of people, especially I'm going off topic a little tiny bit.
You good?
But it's some kids that like to post. They like to post. Oh, I got this school that want me. Or I got. Hold up, my favorite one, right? Is when kids be like, they post this. They post, what is it, Coach?
Go ahead.
Twitter,
What
they do it a lot. They be like, I like to announce that
Oh yeah.
I'll be taking my talents.
They hit the LeBron joint.
What they be saying? Oh.
I'm glad to let everybody know that I'll be accepting a scholarship
to so and so
to attend said university.
Yeah. So a lot of other kids who don't have that yet, they be believing the hype, but that's a little off topic. I'll go into that later. All right, so Coach Charlie and myself, we talk about this a lot. Not a lot, but we talked about it a couple times, right? And we just feel like, why do you always believe what people tell you? In other words, why do you always believe the hype? So that's something that I say all of the time, right? So you got people that's just putting so much trash into your head, and you believe in the hype. Like, we believe what we see all over social media.
What we see, huh?
Right? What we see, right? We don't need to do no kind of research on it. We just believe it. So you can post anything, right? Now it's a trend. Now everybody doing it, right? It don't matter if it's family telling you, right? Whether they blood or not. Like, you nowadays, you always gotta validate whatever people are telling you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying don't believe them, but stay woke. Amen. That's all I'm saying. Like, all of us, right? We must do our research, man.
That's it.
Like, you can't just believe what somebody is telling you, whether it's mommy or daddy or a coach that you grew up with or that mentored you, like, for a long period of time. Like, you can't just believe them, man. You got to do your research. And I don't just mean talking to one person.
Nah.
Like, It's a lot more. It goes a lot deeper than that.
But that's why the library has multiple books.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like
yeah.
it has multiple books. There's
Yeah.
multiple search engines
Yeah.
on the World Wide Web. They don't even call it that. On the internet. On the internet, there's multiple search engines because there's multiple resources of research that you can utilize and tools that you can utilize to gain said information.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And so like a lot of people, like this whole thing right now about being woke is really, you know, we making it about race, but it's deeper than that. Like a lot of people make it about race right now.
Yeah.
And it's even bigger and deeper than all of that.
Yeah, because we ain't even on that.
Like we're not
talking
and
about.
we could go there.
Yeah, we could, but we're not even talking about that. Like staying woke, we talking about like stop believing the hype. Like you're not in no dream right now. This is reality. Like you in real life.
Like decisions that you make affect your future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the people you hang around now.
Or the decisions that you allowing others to make in your life.
Because
that's what's happening.
That's really what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Somebody's making a decision for you.
Yeah.
Right. That you have to live with for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay woke.
Yeah.
Just stay woke.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to remember we just talking basketball here. So I'm going to relate it to such. Or we're going to relate it to such.
Oh, that's good.
Right? So here's a couple examples from this past weekend. So I went to a tournament this past weekend.
Okay.
Coach Holly would have been there. He was at work. Right? We get out. We get out. And he's getting married soon.
Yeah,
right?
I got rack up, baby. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So here we go, right? So first thing that happened, I'm in the gym. Had a kid come up to me who we tried to bring into prep.
Interesting.
About 2 years ago, right?
Okay.
He came up to me, shook my hand, I shook his.
I know who this young. Okay, I'm with you.
Yep, you know who it is. You know who it is. We ain't gonna put no names out. We don't like to do that.
No.
Right? So he talked to him. I'm like, "What's up, man? Everything good? You good?" He like, "Yeah." He walks away. Then he comes back, and he's like asking about this team that I recommended him to, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, just try it out. Like, see if it's a good fit for you." Cause at the end of the day, like. That's what it's about, like putting yourself in the best position.
Oh, we talked about that.
To be successful. We had, if you listen to the previous podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, okay. So he asked about a couple more questions. I answered them. And then he was like, yeah, this about to get y'all. This gonna blow your mind.
This is right here. This is good. Take notes.
Hey, look. He was like, yeah, like I don't want to keep switching teams like everybody else. Okay, for one, stop thinking like that. It ain't about everybody else. I hear you, but stop thinking like that.
Right now, it's about you.
It's about self right now. Stop. You shouldn't even throwing everybody else in it. It's about you. So if that's what like if you gotta go, if you gotta move, you gotta move.
Yeah.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
If the eviction notice comes to the door, we gotta get up and move.
Yeah.
Like if we can't afford the place we're at now, we gotta move. Like it's part of life. Like I went to a lot of different schools, but go ahead.
Yeah. So he told me that, and I was like, okay. I said I hear you and I understand where you're coming from. Then he said, but even not even just that, like the head guy, and then he said the coach's name, and I was like, okay. But he was like the head guy. He wants me to stay and play with this team so I can play with his team next year.
Wait, what?
He said he wants me to stay and play with this team. So in other words, he wants me to stay with this program.
I heard it.
So I can play on his team next year.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I heard.
Hold on, one more time.
Go ahead, because somebody else might not have heard it. I heard it.
I'm saying, I'm quoting him.
Please
right
quote it.
What is this? Verbatim. He said, he wants me to stay on this team so I can play on his team next year.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
At what point in that verbatim quote that you just dropped on us?
Do we add an ED on that?
Which one?
Or is it
verbatim?
Yeah.
Or verbated?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, I don't think that's.
We can look it up later.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, after you just dropped what you just said, I'm. My question is because I'm kind of like, wait, what? I didn't hear something, and I want to ask you: did you hear this?
Right.
At what point did the guy talk about the young man?
None.
Okay, did you all catch that, folks?
And we not talking where he said you, cause he ain't go nowhere with that. Said I want you to. I want you to.
Right. So in other words, I want you for this.
Yeah.
I want you for this. But what are you getting out of this?
Right.
Okay. Let me break it down even more. And we're not talking because you're slow. We saying for somebody out there who really is not clicking yet, and we needed to click.
It's fine.
Like here's the thing: we need to click for you. People around you want you to make decisions that will affect you, but they are making the decision for you for their benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. They want to make decisions for you that will affect you, but the benefit of it will be for them. So the effect on you will not be for a benefit for you, but it will be an effect on you.
Yeah.
And so if it's not for a benefit, it's for a negative.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be the usage of you to benefit someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But you are involved in all of the decisions, and you're the one who is going to be used in it.
Yeah.
And they're using you for their benefit. That's what he said. He
That's
said,
it.
I want you
That's
to
it.
stay in this place
That's it.
to play for me, not for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In other words, when you play and are successful, it's because you were with me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When you get
Wow.
somewhere, when you get to the next level.
Wow.
That's
If you
because of
do.
me.
If you do.
Yeah.
Because some of these guys want you to play for them so that they can build up their rapport so they can go to the next level.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hey, it's nasty.
You
But
ain't
that's
know
a
it was
red
like
flag.
that. You ain't know it was like
yeah.
that.
Hey, but you would if you did your research. Right? But that's a red flag. Like, it was too many red flags on the play right there. Or flag on the play. Like,
Flag
it's
on the
too
play.
many.
We talking football. Flag on the play.
It's too many.
It's almost football season. Might as well talk it. Flag on the play.
Oh, man. So, yeah. So, soon as, like, when he told me that, I said, I'm going to continue on with the story. I'm sorry. We went in on that, but it was needed. It was necessary.
Gotta be.
So, when he told me that, I'm like, okay, hold up. Say it again? So, he said it again.
Verbatim.
I said, wait, that makes no sense.
Absolutely none.
And he gonna listen to this, so he could, if you want to say what it is, you can. But I said that makes no sense. I said, because at what point did he ever mention you in that state, like in what you just told me?
And that's what it's supposed to be about right now.
I didn't hear it. I said, so how is that putting you in the best position to be successful? I said, because you just told me, you sat up here and you told me, yeah, I'm not getting no time, and like they took me out the starting lineup because I missed one practice, and I'm like, okay, well, are you in the best position to be successful? And you said no. I said, so why are you there?
Period.
Like, and it's not about me trying to get him to leave. It's about me trying to get him to understand how important it is to put himself in the best position to be successful. Because his job isn't to worry about the coach. Like, his job isn't to get the coach to the next level or have the coach record look. It's not about that.
Mm-mm.
He want to put himself in the best position to be successful. That's it. That's it.
That's what it's all about. Like, literally, there's no other thing to say. Whoa! Halftime, boy. You already know. End of the quarter, they go by so fast. I need a new player, man. Get him out of here.
Hey, I had 2 more stories I wanted to share, man. But, hey, I'm going to share them. I don't care. We ain't been on this in a month. In a month. So whether we in the second or the third quarter, hey, that horn went off, so I guess we in the third. Hey, look, check this out. Halftime over, right?
Yeah.
So I had 2 more stories. I'm going to share them, right? So another story. Same weekend, same tournament. See another kid that I know. Goes to a prestigious high school. I see his coach there, right? Recruiting, prospecting. He sees me, but he tries to act like I don't see him seeing me.
See him. Wait, so this is the coach?
Yeah, it's like, bro, I see you.
Of the high school?
Yes.
Is this the head coach?
This is a grown man, head coach,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Well, no.
Oh, I'm just asking.
This is the assistant coach, I'm sorry. The JV head coach.
Wait.
But
so the
the
guy is
assistant
the
varsity.
JV head coach and the assistant to varsity?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right. I just
So-
wanted to clarify.
So, I'm sorry, it slipped past me. I got
It's cool.
excited.
Nah, that's
So,
teamwork.
it was crazy because he tried to act like, I'm like, bro, I see you, see me, seeing you. Like,
Wow.
you don't have to act like or peek over here at me like you're grown, I'm grown.
You.
You tripping. I'm tripping. I was tripping off that. So, time goes on. He leans over and asks his player who's behind me standing up, hey, who's that kid? Talking about a kid that's on the court, right?
Okay, but he asked the player that plays for him.
Yeah.
For his
And
prestigious
that player,
school.
yeah.
Okay, got you.
And that player that he asked, who's his player, plays the point guard position. So
I'm sorry.
kid, yeah, go ahead.
Guys, I'm sorry I keep interrupting the story. I know y'all want to hear the story, but I gotta ask these questions. So the coach goes to the prestigious school.
Yeah.
Coach is there.
Yeah.
JV coach, assistant head coach,
Yeah.
or whatever, talking to a kid on his own team, in his own program,
Yeah.
about another kid on the floor that he's obviously about to recruit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
And they both play the same position. I'm sorry.
Wait, stop.
They both play the point guard position.
I know I keep interrupting, but this is a very important question.
Yeah.
Did you just say to me, the coach is recruiting a kid on the floor that plays a certain position
Yes.
that the same kid he's talking to in his program plays.
Yes.
I would love to hear how this ends. Please continue.
So I'm sitting there, and I ain't in this conversation because, mind you, that kid is behind me, and the coach is behind me to my right. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, okay. So that's crazy. Like, I wanted to lean back because I know the kid. I wanted to lean back and be like, he's recruiting over you right now, fool.
Wow.
But I ain't do it.
Why is it so crazy, though? Why is it so crazy that he's recruiting over him?
Coach.
Because, I mean, that's what they do, right?
That's what they do. They don't... How is that about your kids? Like, how?
That's why
how
it's
you
crazy.
really... You know what I mean?
So, because you know
we just
why...
high school,
you know why it's crazy? You know why we saying it's crazy? Because
what?
You're right. It is just high school.
Yeah.
Okay? But here's the other piece that's why it just makes sense that it's so crazy. Because some people probably like, man, that don't even like that... Okay? Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to recruit for positions and things like that. But if you're recruiting over a kid, the question that I have is, what happens if another kid comes along that's just as good?
Mm-hmm.
If not better. So you're just going to keep recruiting over the kids that's already in your program?
Yeah. That's what they do, man.
And here's the other question I had, though.
Excuse
Wait a minute. Not just that. Because some people still don't understand that that's cool. Like, some people think that that's okay. Some people still probably thinking, like, what's wrong with that? Here's another thing that I just thought of. What about the fact that if I'm talking to you, I'm recruiting you right now. Whoever you are out there, I'm recruiting you right now. And I promise you said things. Then if I go and tell the other kid, so I'm promising them the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, I'm breaking my promise to you to go ahead and promise something to somebody else, then promise something to somebody else, then promise. Like, I'm just saying how the cycle keeps going. That's what it sounds like to me.
Right? That domino thing.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like I'm going to tell you one thing, go and do another.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to tell them one thing and go and do another.
Yeah, it keeps happening over and over and over again. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, so the more the moral of the story is stop letting these people fool you.
Lies, all lies.
Like, you need to be on your best Bill Nye the Science Guy type stuff.
Science, you bet
your best PI stuff. PI, I mean private investigator.
That's what that means.
Like, you better get on it.
That's it.
And I mean this in all seriousness because your child's future is the thing that's at stake.
Depends on it.
Yep. And another thing, like, that don't mean that the kids. Like, you can do your research as well.
Yeah.
It's like you got the capability to, like, reach in your pocket and pull out the internet.
They have that now. It's 2017.
Like, I mean, it's your phone, but, like, come on now.
Yeah.
Everything you do on it is pretty much the internet.
2017.
You know what I mean? So, do your research. That's what we getting at. Stay woke. Stay woke, and we not talking about the race.
That's what it's all about.
Stay woke.
Because they put you to sleep with all the stuff in front of you. That's why I think about magicians a lot.
Yeah.
Like look over here, rabbit out the hat. Look over here, look over here. There's $1 between your what did they do? Pull the coin between your ear and stuff. Like, that's what they doing. Like, they wave dangly, sweet, nice, pretty things in front of your face, but behind your back they doing some craziness.
Yeah.
Like, they doing something sneaky.
Yeah. Y'all need to watch this, man, and please do your research, man. Seriously.
That's what it all boils down to. That's what it all boils down to. Like it's really research in the end. It's really doing what you're supposed to be doing. There it is. That's the horn and a text. That's the horn and a text that just came. Hey, that's another text just came through. That's fire right now.
Oh, man.
Those are confirmation texts, just in case y'all don't know. Those are called confirmation texts. Bottom line right there.
Hey, so we in the fourth.
Yeah, man. We fourth quarter. I mean,
final possession.
Yeah, final possession. It's always about the final possession when you get to the fourth quarter, man. You know, it's all about the final possession, fourth quarter. Hey, I got something for the fourth quarter, man. I was thinking about this. You know how a team can be up, team can be down, but fourth quarter, I mean, pressure. It's fourth quarter pressure time. It's like, you know, this is where that final possession, you either win or you lose in the fourth quarter. This is it. You know, that shot that you take, you miss that shot, game over. You know what I mean? You don't get no other possession. It's final possession. But we were thinking about, man, like, when teams put pressure on teams. Like, in that final possession, and you got the heart to, like, press up on your man for that final possession. Like, point guard bringing it up the floor, and for that final possession, like, you playing 94 feet.
Yeah.
Like, you giving it your all. Like, you're pressing. And, you know, I know some of y'all, it's not something that you know about, but it's all good. Some people may know, some people don't. And we not pushing nothing on you, but we just telling you what we know. We just telling you what we know, like what we understand. But I know the Bible says like press towards the mark of the prize for the high calling. Like press toward that mark. And the reason why I was telling you to press towards that mark is because we talking about pressure, like pressure. Because pressure reveals things, coach.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you pressure, like 94 feet, final possession. Like when you press that guard, if he's not ready for that limelight, like he's about to turn that thing over.
Yeah.
Apple turnover, like that ball is coming out. Like turnover, layup on the other end. Like the pressure reveals things. And so it's funny to me, like we get in life situations and we talking to somebody out there, whoever you are, you listen to the podcast, man. Thank you for listening. When that pressure hits you, you learn stuff about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when they apply pressure, when life applies pressure, when your job applies pressure, when your girl is applying pressure to you because she's pregnant now. Like that's pressure. Because you're about to have a baby and you gotta figure it out real quick how to be a man. How to be a provider. Like pressure reveals something about ourselves. And you gotta find out at that moment, like, are you really grounded in your fundamentals? What are your fundamentals? Like if you're real loosey-goosey with the ball, and then when that pressure comes, and that double team comes, now you gotta find the open man. Can you really do that? Like, are you really willing to reach out for your help at that point in time?
Right.
Because, there's somebody open. When they say game basketball, 2 people on you, that means 1 man on your team is open. Do you have the presence of mind to be able to, what did we talk about before? Retreat dribble?
Better retreat dribble.
Do you have the presence of mind to realize I'm about to put myself in a dangerous situation, so I have to retreat now and then find the open man? So you're going to learn about yourself.
Got to retreat and have that court vision, huh?
You got to have vision now.
Yeah. It's a difference between sight and vision.
There's a huge difference between sight and vision because vision is given. Vision is given. Sight is something you already have. Like you have that. Like you woke up and you have sight. But if you stay woke, you have vision. Uh-oh. Because vision was given by the man above. Like somebody gave that to you. Like when you start to dream about things and you starting to say like, I want to get to a certain place. Like you've been given a vision. And then he gives you steps on how to get there. Like we just talking right now. And again, it ain't for everybody. It's for whoever this is. It's for somebody though. Like whoever it is for you, thank you for listening. It's for you. It's vision now. Drop the definition of vision on them. And the difference, because there's a difference between vision and sight. Like, let them know that difference. Because we want to break that down so you can actually understand what we mean when we say it. That it's just not coming out of nowhere. Like, we're not making this up. That there's a difference between vision and sight. Go ahead, Coach.
All right, so sight for the definition. You look this up. We're going to go with the second one.
Okay.
A thing that one sees or that can be seen.
Oh, wow. So something that you can see or can be seen. So it's there and you can see it. Okay, what's vision?
All right, so vision, we got an experience of seeing someone or something in a dream or trance, or as a supernatural apparition.
Ooh. So wait. I heard the word experience. See, the difference between sight and vision clearly is an experience. So wait a minute. If I'm being pressed, if I've never been pressed before, I've never experienced pressure, which means more than likely, now that I'm experiencing it for the first time, I'm liable to learn about myself, and I'm liable to learn whether or not I can handle the press. We just talking about pressure right now in people's life. Like when you're dealing with the pressure of making a decision, when you're dealing with the pressure of doing something, when you're dealing with the pressure of something. And we talking between vision and sight. Like sight will allow me to see what's going on right in front of me. So I'm allowed to see that I'm under pressure.
Yeah.
But vision would know that, okay, I've experienced this pressure before. I'm going to know how to retreat dribble and get myself out of the pressure. But for those of you who operate only by sight, when the pressure come, bro, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Bro, you're in trouble, bro. You got to start operating in vision, man.
Call that time out.
You better call a timeout quick, fast, and in a hurry. And you better hope and pray you have timeouts. Or else you're going to get trapped. Because that's what they call it. They call it a trap in basketball. We just talking basketball, y'all. That's all we do in the fourth quarter. That's all we do in the podcast. Thank you for listening. Fundamentals of life. Fundamentals of life. That's what it's called. Remember that.
Final possession.
This is the final possession, and we're talking about pressure. We're talking about traps. We're talking about putting you in a situation where you're about to turn the ball over. But how do you not turn it over? Well, you've been in that situation before. You operate under vision, not just sight. Vision. Press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling, which is in Jesus Christ. Okay, that's what the word says. We just talking about the word. We just bringing that all together because this is fundamentals of life. Being grounded and having fundamentals. Because if you don't have fundamentals, then you won't experience and you won't have experience to be prepared to handle the press. Because remember, if I've experienced it, that means, okay, in practice, in practice, I was pressed. Because my coach lined it up and he said, okay, put you in a pressure situation so you can handle the press in the game. Yeah. In practice, we trap you. And then you turn it over and we're like, okay, let's do it again. Okay, let's do it again. That's why you go over and over and do the drill over and over and over. We do the drill until you get it right. Because if you get it right, then when you're faced with the pressure in the game for the final possession, you won't mess around and turn the ball over. You won't mess around and make the mistake. Because you've been there before.
Yeah.
We just talking about the press, y'all.
It's final possession.
The press is coming.
Final possession.
I love it. Vision versus sight. Operating in vision or sight. What you going to do? That's a question to you. Write it down. What am I going to do when the pressure comes? Because it's coming. The dark hour is going to come in your life. It comes in all of our lives. There's going to come a time where you have to make a decision. That's the difference between being asleep and staying woke. It's the press. Because the man that's awoke, the woman that's awoke, the girl out there that's staying woke, she knows the press is coming. Therefore, she's preparing for the press. So when it shows up, she already has experience operating in vision because she could see in the dream that the press was coming. I'm trying not to get too deep on y'all. I'm trying not to get too deep.
We can do it, man. We're in the final possession.
It's the final possession because you have to be real with people. We have to tell the truth. We have to operate in truth. Because if you're not operating with reality, with truth, I'm trying to tell you, man, you're operating in the danger zone. Because when you think that you don't have to work on your game, you think you can handle the press. So then when the press comes, you didn't work on your game. So you're not working anymore. So now the pressures of life have come. The press in the game have come. You're trapped now. Now you run away. Now you turn the ball over.
Go crawl up in the ball, huh?
Or now you just pick the ball up and hold it. And you're in the trap, you just hold it. And they say, and the ref blow the whistle and say jump ball. And it's not your possession anymore, so it's a turnover. Because some people just pick it up and hold it. They pick their dribble up.
Then you start to pout.
And they panic, and then
you start to walk.
And then guess what? Ooh. Then the crowd going, because remember you on the road. So the crowd like, oh, yeah, we got him. Turnover. Crowd excited. Crowd, ooh, the crowd going nuts. Turnover. Here we go. We in the game now.
Oh, man.
I don't know who we talking to, man, but we talking to somebody out there. Because in the end, you're right at that crossroad. And what you have to understand, we try to give you these steps of how do I stay woke or how do I actually become woke. Start operating in vision and not based on stuff you've seen.
Yeah.
Like you have to work on your stuff and gain greater experience, which then will allow you to handle the press that's coming in your life. It's going to reveal some things to you. Look back on some of the pressure situations that you've already dealt with. What did it reveal to you about you? What did it reveal to you about the people around you? Like your camp. Like what did it reveal to you about your teammates? Like you got pressed and you dribbled back and retreated and the dude that was open that you wanted to pass the ball to, he didn't come to the ball. So now you made the correct pass, but then the defender jumped in front of the pass and stole it. We just talking basketball, so for those who understand, they pressing.
You can relate, yeah.
So when they're pressing, they trap you, but then somebody's open, but instead of them making themselves available for you to help you, they don't do it. So you start to question your teammates. That's what the press will make you do, man. That's what the press will have you do. We just saying, man.
Hey, we're in the final possession, man.
Final possession.
Oh,
you already know. Remember we talked about that. Those them confirmation
yeah,
texts.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not just messages, right?
Confirmation texts.
I'm sorry.
Right in the middle of the podcast, like you're killing it. You're killing it. Appreciate your love. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so we're gonna get out of here. Like we said, we're gonna do this once a month until
Always.
We get back into next season.
Yeah, once we hit the season, man, we coming back to you weekly.
Every week, fire, spitting that fire like a dragon. Like a dragon, straight
yes,
dragon tail.
Yes, sir.
It's like, nah.
Dragon tails.
Hey, we out, man.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, we gotta thank God once again.
Shout outs. Yes, sir.
For allowing us to do this podcast, for putting it in our hearts and in our minds to even start it.
No doubt.
For giving us the mentors He has given us in our lives. For everything. Placing us here at Prep. To build this here, to build the basketball program here, and to build young men.
Prep is in the building.
Or to build young boys and turn them into young men.
Prep is in the building.
Gotta thank Coach Vaughn. You know we can't get out of here without doing that. My
Shout
pastors, Pastor Prentice, Pastor Brown, my family, everybody, man.
No doubt.
Every kid I done coached or trained so far. Like, hey, because you can learn from anybody. You just gotta humble yourself. You can't think you know it all.
That's real.
Yeah, man, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
Absolutely. Hey, man, shout out to the man upstairs, my God. You know, love you. Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. Without him, I'd be nothing. So I always got to shout him out, man. Shout out my mom and my dad. You know, Pops. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Definitely, you know, Coach already hollered at Vaughn. Vaughn, you know you my man. Appreciate you. Coach McDonald, appreciate you. Pastor Martino, all love, and the Martino family, my mentors, all love. Shout out my lovely lady. Hey, girl.
Yeah.
You know I had to shout you out. You already know. Great supporter. Shout out my family, of course. And, you know, that's, the Prep family, we can't forget. We got to shout out Prep. You know, appreciate you for allowing us to be here. Yeah, man, no doubt about it. You know, we handling what we can handle.
Nowhere, no time soon.
Yes, sir. And, you know, giving us the mantle and be able to run with it. So here we go. Prep in the building, man. Y'all already know. I know how we do. We out.
Don't you close your eyes.